Live from New York, it's Thursday evening. Hi, everybody. Special show today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Thanks to everybody who's already here. Brotaku, Technomat Plays, Mech27. Guys, welcome to a quick impromptu show. This is a weird one because I'm directly on camera, which is very rare for me. But I thought we would do a quick special one because in the house today I have JB1830.
How's it going, everybody?
Guys, for those of you who don't know, this is JB or John or Jonathan
Bolton,
or
at John Bolton on Instagram. That's about it as far as social media.
So for the last couple of weeks, JB has been joining us at 1upkeyboards headquarters. Is that what we're gonna call it? I guess.
Yeah.
Helping us get ready for Maker Faire. And today he's in the house. We're just relaxing. We're actually about to pop open some champagne.
Should I go get it?
Yeah, because we had a great Maker Faire, and some guys asked some really cool questions about Maker Faire on Reddit, and so I thought it would be cool to just like talk through a couple stories about what it is, what we learned, all that stuff. But first, let's meet JB. So how the hell did you end up doing this with us?
I don't know. Man, I got into mechanical keyboards about a year and a half ago. First one was a KC60. Shortly after that, I was really trying to get in with the community, and I lived down in Philly, and I was trying to go to a meet. A bunch of the meets that started happening, and there was nothing happening, so I decided to host the Philly meet that happened earlier this year. And 1upkeyboards was grateful enough to make the drive down and come hang out with us. We had a really great meet. And shortly after the meet, I started working in New York. So I figured it was only natural to come hang with Pete and eat some of that pizza that he's always showing off on the streams. And yeah, sooner than I expected, I'm volunteering to be at Maker Faire with 1upkeyboards. So it's been great.
Yeah, cool. So we did do Maker Faire, and I just wrote down some of the questions. Steph's bringing in the champagne here. It's kind of off screen at the moment, but we'll get it in. So one of the guys asked a really cool question, which was actually he asked two questions. One was, what did we learn by being at Maker Faire, and number two, how did people react to mechanical keyboards? So just to give you guys an idea of what exactly we were looking at, we kind of set up we had one 8-foot table, and we set up more than half of the table just with cables. There was like a big cable display, and then kind of in a narrower space there was a bunch of our keyboards, and our keyboards are the LJD61 up. We had a universal plate and Z cases, and we had JD40s. Let's start with you. What was your experience like? What did you?
I think it was a complete insanity, to be honest. I mean, I've been to Maker Faire before, 2 years prior, as just somebody that was walking, the show and checking stuff out, and to kind of be there repping was pretty intense. There was a lot of people that, just wanted to touch keyboards, I guess. They weren't sure what the heck we were doing there, because, it's a lot of 3D printing and a lot of random electronic Arduino or Raspberry Pis and stuff, and I guess we stood out. So yeah, it was just pretty crazy.
Yeah, for me, a lot of the story is really just how few people knew about mechanical keyboards, and just how much they just wanted to touch them for the first time. And for a lot of there's a lot of young kids, but a lot of like moms and dads would come by and just touch. We had an LJD61 up in blue that had blue switches on it, and just for them to come up and press a blue switch and hear it click, it's like they instantly remembered what a mechanical keyboard was, and there was a lot of enjoyment and a lot of happy faces.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, I think like one of the towards the end of like the first day we were there, because we were there Saturday and Sunday. Towards the end of Saturday, like it was kind of like picking up on like some of the older people too that were like curious as to what the mechanical keyboards were, and it was more about bringing them in, like giving them the board with the MX Blues on it, to try it out, and then all of a sudden you would see it click on their head. It's like, oh, I remember when I had an IBM board and blah blah blah, and they were like instantly they were back into it. Like, oh crap, like I've been typing on a shitty keyboard like this whole time. When I could have had, MX Blues, or, a lot of them didn't know about the different options. So going through the switch tester, the different weights and the linears and the tactile stuff was really interesting to see them be like, oh my God, like this is actually out there, like what I've been doing with my life, which is great.
Yeah, totally. And just before we go any further, I wanted to give a shout out to Woot Patut, or Max, the contest winner from Boston, who came down to New York for the Maker Faire. He got a ticket and came and joined us at the stand for a while. That was really cool of you, Max.
Yeah, that was...
If you're watching, thanks very much.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing that. His split plank, you should have seen JB go crazy for it. He basically picked it up and wouldn't let go of it. I want to look at the questions here to see what was the best keyboard there. So this is the one that we brought. And I know a lot of guys who are going to be watching the channel are going to be... You guys are going to be the enthusiasts, so you've seen this and you know what it is and you know why it's what it is, and we chose to do it with carbon fiber because it's awesome and it's got PBT keycaps, and try to explain to somebody what a PBT keycap is or why it costs more to do it, and I think that should just give you a sense a bit about the Maker Faire audience. They were interested, but they were definitely beginners. And the keyboards that 1UpKeyboards has and sells and brings to these sorts of things, they weren't beginner keyboards. That's the truth. And so I think a lot of my stories about how people reacted was they were interested and they can remember and they thought it was fun to press and all that stuff. But then it was wow, these keyboards cost $200 plus, and
yeah.
a lot of them were shocked at that. And yeah, that's the honest to goodness truth.
Yeah, I think in that aspect, it was surprising. We got a lot of people, a lot of younger people that would come by, and they were kind of the gamer crowd, and they would have, they have a gaming keyboard, they have a Corsair, they have, something of the sort, and they have no idea of the world of custom keyboards. I mean, the stuff from 1Up is honestly as close as you can get to some of the Korean customs that are happening now, especially the carbon fiber stuff. There aren't many options for carbon fiber out there, so they're really cool. So it was, for them, it's a whole new world that they didn't know and they didn't understand, I think, which was a lot. We did a lot of explaining. People were like, okay, so what makes this keyboard so special? It's well, it's fully custom, you can do whatever you want. And you could see some people would get it, and then some people would just walk off scratching their head. It's why? What's the point?
Yeah. Which I think, for me, anyways, it was really interesting because most of the time I spend it with this community. I spend it on Reddit. I spend the time. I lurk on Geek Hack, and and I talk to people on my stream. I keep looking over here, by the way, because you guys are there. But yeah, to meet a beginner audience and to talk to them about keyboards was, it was certainly fascinating and illuminating. I have a couple stories that I shared actually in a Reddit post, but I thought I would tell you guys live. There was one kid who walked up holding an ice cream, and as they got closer and closer to the LJD 61 up, I just kind of, I don't know what to say. I couldn't look away, but I couldn't stop the kid.
Yeah.
It was intense, and the girl who was beside us, she had obviously nothing to do with mechanical keyboards, but she was
looking in fear.
She was concerned too. She came over and she was like, "I don't know how you're doing it." And you can imagine the kids got chocolate all over their face and it's running down their hand, and it was hard to do. And that was part of the thing for me, was to okay, these people are experiencing this for the first time. They don't really know what it is. Yeah. You gotta kind of give them the chance to.
Next time, definitely a no Cheetos, no ice cream sign.
Yeah. No shirt, no shoes, no ice cream.
Yeah.
But the other thing that happened, a story that I wanted to share was, one guy who came by. It was early Sunday morning. I'll be honest, JB was doing a lot of talking about keyboards, This guy is amazing and definitely passionate about.
Right.
Definitely passionate about mechanical keyboards. And then, I mean, for me, that was amazing because I talk about these things all the time. But to hear somebody else talk about them passionately was awesome. There was one point Sunday morning, though, where I was talking to a fella about keyboards, and I was kind of running through this kind of sales pitch that I developed over the course of the day previous. And I was talking about, the custom cutouts and the 6 different switches and the programmable layers and the function layers versus the macros and PBT keycaps, and I'm kind of going through this whole thing, and the guy who had a tag, it was like Mike from Microsoft. He said, I'm not going to buy a keyboard today, but I just want you to know that's the most passionately I've ever heard anybody talk about a keyboard before. And I just thought it was amazing that this guy works at Microsoft, and that, even for him, what we were doing was still
bizarre.
It was still next level, Even to him, it was something that he hadn't necessarily encountered before. But I mean, we're crazy about this stuff, or at least I felt like we were definitely next level. And there were definitely some people who came over who, were painting this picture of like they were all beginners, and that's totally not the case. There was some guys who came over from the 3D printer.
Oh yeah, we had guys come in from the Prusa 3D printers,
and like they came over, they knew exactly what it was straight away, and they were like having one of those. And,
yeah, they were all about that carbon fiber.
Definitely, and that was cool. And we definitely met some enthusiast people who like to make stuff, who thought this would be a cool project to undertake. And those guys, I hope you guys are watching this stream. Definitely, you have picked up a quality piece of kit. In whether you got the JD40 or the LJD61 up, you seriously have got something amazing. I hope that you enjoy building it, and that we can help welcome you into the community. But yeah, it's been.
I think another thing that was really interesting was seeing how many people. I think we had a pretty close split between the people going for the LJD61 ups and the JD40s. I don't know the exact number. You guys might be able to look them up later. But I feel like it was pretty even. Like we might have sold 1 or 2 more 60% than we did 40%.
Yeah, it was I was surprised by that too, especially and like on our website. That's the thing. It was like the upside downsy of what's on the website, because on the website we sell mostly 3 and 6 foot cables. Here at the show we sold mostly 1 foots. We sell mostly JD40s, but here we sold a lot of 60%. Yeah. But yeah, again. That was kind of our experience. I'm just looking over to see if there's any questions.
Yeah, I tried answering them on my phone, so you see me looking down. It's because I'm typing in there.
Ben asked, did programmability of the custom keyboards resonate with the maker community? It did. I mean, it definitely did. But for a lot of people, they either had brought their kids to like a show and tell. For other people, they just didn't have the $250 on their hip that they could throw down. I feel like we gave a lot of people a new way of thinking about something like this. One guy was telling me the story of he had the SSK version of the IBM Model M, and he was an older guy, probably in his late 40s or early 50s, and he was saying, he'd carried this keyboard around with him for 20 years, and then recently had to move in a hurry and lost it. And he was like, I keep trying to get them back, but they're like $1,000 to buy them online. And he's like, at $200, your keyboard would totally be a bargain, but I can't do it right now. But I'm totally gonna, check you guys out. And for that stuff, it was certainly it was amazing to see the community respond in that sort of way. But I suppose your question, and I didn't really answer it, was, did people respond to the programmability? Absolutely. For a lot of people, I spent a lot of the time showing them that, WASD can be your arrow keys. Even just like really basic stuff like that, because they didn't understand how a 60% really worked. A lot of the time was spent doing those sorts of things, but as soon as they kind of got it, typically they went, oh, that's awesome, I'd love one. And then they'd look at the price and go, soon.
Yeah. It was funny, like, it was people that would also come up and like ask questions just to ask questions, and they'd be like, oh, can you use different layouts? And I'd be like, yeah, you can totally do Dvorak and Colmag and all that stuff. And they're like, it's clearly flying over their heads. Like, they're just there to kind of pick your brain, even if they're not like fully familiar with what they're asking, which was a weird experience at points.
Yeah. I mean, just to give you context, and again, we didn't have context until we went, but the people directly to our side had they were like selling $3 Arduino kits so that you could turn an Arduino into like a pop bottle robot.
Yeah, little phone controlled little RC cars basically.
And so you kind of have these ultra cheap things on one side. There was also the Raspberry Pi booth just across from us, so a $35
$bucks,
for a computer, and then there's us selling a $200 keyboard. So there's definitely a contrast. There's definitely a contrast there.
I wouldn't be surprised if, other than maybe 3D printers and some of the multi-rotor drones and stuff, like we probably had one of the more high-end products there.
Yeah, definitely, and it felt it too. We all had our T-shirts on. They were cool.
Yeah.
We'll have those on the website soon. We all had our T-shirts on. We kind of had we had a tablecloth to make it look like we were for real, and we were selling a premium product, which is black and sleek and all those things. And I mean, just contrasted by the people beside us and down the road, we looked more premium.
Absolutely,
than
yeah. I mean, that was
did.
one thing that I think you and Steph really take pride in the 1UP's brand. So it was like there was a lot of preparation leading up to Maker Faire. I mean, I don't know how much you've talked about it on this stream.
Very little, actually.
I've been too busy actually helping out to watch this stream.
JB has helped. Our regular slot is Thursday evening, but we extended that into like 3 nights and 4 nights a week, just trying to get ready for the show.
Yeah, just the crunch.
We really did have 1,000 cables on hand we could have sold. So we didn't sell anywhere near that, but it was definitely fun and
it was definitely a learning experience, and I'm sure you guys are looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, definitely. But speaking of which, we've got a bunch of cables. Let's give one away here. So guys, it looks like there's 10 of you in the room, which probably includes Steph. So let's do.
Yeah, I'm watching it back here.
Let's do choose a number from 1 to 10, and I'm just typing in start, and I'll put an end at the end of it. Choose a number from 1 to 10. We're gonna give away a cable. This is the cable. This is a solder micro kit, so you could use this for your phone or whatever. There's the thing. It also comes with a button. This is one of the buttons that we were giving away at the show, and a 1UP keycap. So we'll give that away. Alexa, volume 10. Did I do that already?
No.
All right.
What do? You random number?
Yeah, we'll do a random number. So if multiple of you guys chose the same number, that's okay. We'll do a runoff. We'll do like a second round. Or Ben, you could choose another number, which it looks like you have.
I say kill it.
Kill it. Well, now there's 12 of us. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Your random number between 1 and 10 is 6.
Did anyone choose 6?
Oh,
Brotaku.
the first number up.
Brotaku in New Zealand. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. Can you email 1upkeyboards@gmail.com? Please. If you don't know the email address, it's 1upkeyboards@gmail.com. TV. Well,
I've never been here for one of those.
Oh yeah, awesome. I'm just gonna shut the TV off behind us here. Whoa.
No, people maybe want to watch the game.
Yeah, you can watch.
NFL's gonna shut us down.
Just to give you guys a little tour here. This is where all the magic happens. All of your sleeves come from right here. Steph isn't currently on screen, but she will be shortly. It's time for us to congratulate both ourselves and you guys for helping us at Maker Faire and for making all that stuff a dream come true, a success, all that. congratulations to Brotaku for winning the stuff.
Oh God.
It was a lot less exciting than you probably thought.
I was worried. Yeah.
So you can see that?
I see the sparkles.
Do you want to give me that other glass back? Or there you go.
This one.
Steph, come join us.
So let's see, which makerspace are you going to?
The lag, by the way, is pretty
Oh
intense.
yeah, I know.
The lag is
I've
like
been
20
on the other
seconds.
side
So,
of it.
yeah. Alexa, volume 4. I just don't need that to be at 10 for the rest of the night.
Yeah, she's really loud at 10.
Come on, join us. Oh,
Cheers.
she's staying off camera.
My hand's on camera.
There we go.
Cheers. Ah, the taste of Maker Faire.
Yep.
Gab Lewis is in the house. Son Vuong, Ryan McClendon, Ben Yarmus, of course. So for me, you guys are just off screen here, which is why I keep looking over this way. Did you guys have any other questions about Maker Faire or any of that stuff? I was gonna ask, what was the best question that you got? Did somebody ask like a really good question that you thought, wow, that got me?
I don't know if anybody really asked anything that bizarre. I'm gonna take a minute to think about that. I don't know. What was the weirdest question that you got?
Good question. Some of the weird stuff that I heard was like people saw these cables and they were like, you have to make your own USB cable.
Yeah,
And I
I
just
definitely
thought-
got a bunch of those.
I was like, we're at Maker Faire. I don't know. I didn't. That to me was like a really odd one. Like, well, yeah, you can make everything. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I feel like part of that is also because we were like the product. Like there weren't many product booths per se, especially not in our area. We were mixed in with all like the micro, like controllers and all that kind of stuff. So I think people were either expecting like something that was like fully assembled when they look at like booths that were selling things, you know, compared to maybe the Raspberry Pi booth where, you know, you're buying the kit already ready to go. So yeah, as far as like the weirdest question, man, I can't think of anything that like really stuck with me as far as like what is this person thinking. I did get a lot of the, you know, the why would I want to build my own cable, or like why would I want to build my own keyboard?
Yeah.
And my response every time is why not?
Yeah.
Like that's
And
what
for
we're
me,
here for.
for me, it was a lot like, well, here's a switch tester. I bet you didn't know that there are different feelings, and you know, and then as soon as somebody would press the 6 different types of switches, and they'd go, oh, I like the clicky one, or oh, I like the stiff one, or you know, as soon as they did that, I feel like they were always in, you know,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was some of the weirdest questions, the best questions. What was the weirdest thing? I suppose it's the same question. What was the weirdest thing that happened?
I think watching the Microsoft guy stand around. He was there for a while before we finally talked to him. I think he was trying to grasp the concept of what we were doing. So, because you could see his tag and like, you know, we were watching him. And it's like, I know Pete caught him out of it. He was in the middle of a conversation and he just caught the dude's name tag out of the corner of his eye. And he was there for a while. It was cool seeing people that just would, like, you know, you would think that people would come and kind of look over the shoulder and see the keyboards and leave. And we had people that would, you know, there was times when we were really crowded and like people would stand there for 10 minutes, like waiting to talk to us. And, you know, it was,
and
for us, it was very repetitive, like constantly just saying like, this is what the keyboards are, this is what they do, this is how they work. And yeah, I think that, I mean, that was kind of the main aspect of the experience.
Yeah. There was one guy, and I don't know what his name was, but like his parents brought him, and they said that he had been going on, for days that he wanted to get to the 1UP Keyboards booth. And thank you very much to everybody who came by the booth.
Yeah, we had a couple people come in and ask us to push the buttons.
Yeah, that was so cool. Really, that was just so cool. And, the support that we get from the community is amazing and insane. We're definitely very grateful for it. Hopefully through Maker Faire, we've been able to indoctrinate a couple other people into the world of extremely expensive, extremely customized, beautiful keyboards.
Extremely awesome.
They are extremely awesome.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, over the last couple of days, I've been introducing some of the guys at work to mechanical keyboards, and they're primed. They're just absolutely like, they spend a lot of time in front of their computers. They know that there's the customizability. They want that experience, and I think that there's like real depth in it. Unfortunately, before the show, I was like, we'll start flying around the country and we'll go to all the different Maker Fairs, and I just don't think that's feasible, at least at the moment. But it has definitely opened my eyes to the possibilities and the potentials for what 1UP Keyboards is and can be. And again, thank you to you guys, and especially thank you to you, JB, for
Thank you guys for
making all
bringing
that
me
possible.
along.
No, I mean, we genuinely could not have done it without you. So, and anybody who was at the show definitely knows that was the case. We were at times completely deluged with people. We had crowds 4 or 5 deep, waiting to get a chance to touch some of these keyboards, and
we had a very good neighbor. The girl that was on the table next to us, we were encroaching on her space a little bit.
Definitely, in a very big way. She was cool though. She was definitely cool.
I think at one point towards the end of the day, like we literally had like 3 or 4 boards on like a little corner of her table, just because we couldn't make enough room for people to actually come and try out the boards while we were standing there.
Just a couple questions coming in. What weight layout did you get in? What did you get? What? I don't know. Was the carbon board a hit, Gab? Yeah, we'll have to get Steph to tell us the exact numbers, but we definitely outsold, the carbons definitely outsold everything else. We even sold a silver LJD61 up, which didn't exist. No, it didn't exist up until then. We hurriedly ordered, we got a rush on for silver LJD61 ups. It'll be here very shortly. That's also... Brotaku, that is correct. That is the email. Please email us there. Brennan DI, an LJD61 up is one of these. This is a 60% keyboard, sourced by Leander, designed by JD Carpe, and stocked and sold by us at 1UP Keyboards. And you notice this is in black carbon fiber, but there's a silver one that'll be available in just a couple days. Like I say, we've paid for a rush on that, so pretty excited.
And there might be a new.
For some of you guys that were on the stream earlier, this was Wood Patoot's split plank, which I was totally enamored with. It was awesome, full acrylic case. And then this is a little, I'll probably have some pictures up later. This was a little display that we had up. I think we had 2 of my boards and then 2 of Pete's, along with that Z case with a bare plate. So people could see the switches and all that stuff. We had a lot of questions as far as how hard it was to solder. My first soldering job was a keyboard, so I was, if you've got any sort of experience, you can probably get one done, no problem.
Yeah, cool. Steph, what were you saying? Oh, there's a new color.
Yeah.
There's a brand new color coming. I can't even say anything more about it than that. Not silver, not black, but another color in carbon fiber. It's gonna be amazing.
Not the most popular color.
Yeah, no, but it'll be amazing, and we're really excited for that. I mean, I don't need to, and I don't want to give you too much of an insight into
Our second most popular.
what 1UpKeyboards and how it operates. But what I can tell you is every penny that we've made, we've put back into new keyboards. So we have a new, we have new stuff coming. We're doing what we can to expand and get you guys more boards that are even more awesome than what you can already get. What else can we say? I know because I saw it just as I posted about this live stream. And I just wanted to do a quick one where we got a chance to talk about what we saw and what we learned. But I know that there's another live stream that's about to happen. It also occasionally goes by the name Mechanical Keyboards Live. It's run by Men of Interests. And tonight on that show, I know that Devin is going to be there. And he's going to be doing a live interview with those guys. So I totally want you guys to swing on over there and go support that channel. What makes this community amazing is that we, all work together and we all share our passion. And I certainly don't want to erode any of their audience. This is their usual time slot, which is 6 p.m. on a Thursday night. For us on the East Coast, it's 9 p.m. Just wanted to get a chance while JB was here to say a few quick words about what it was and what we learned. But I hope you guys will all head over there and support them too. I don't this very second have a link, but I think I'll get that link up. JB, while you talk about that. Oh, you just closed
that
it.
was somebody's posted a link that Gab Lewis was posting a link for Brandon about that being a 61 up, and yes, it was a purple 61 up with Enjoy PBT caps.
You can see that this is I've done not a hand wire version, but this board is hand wire compatible. This is a PCB version with the Satan GH60 in there, but yes, you can hand wire this. And I'm gonna get that link up so I can share it with everybody.
Word.
Wait a sec. I put the computer over here. I got it over here.
Yes, there's a
Max Hernandez. Max, we've already said thank you very much to you for coming. That's
Woot Patoot.
Woot Patoot. Thank you very much for coming by the show. We definitely appreciate you coming by, and you also have somebody who's going to buy one of your split board.
Can't wait for V2.
I'm just going to get this ready for the channel here. Oh, guys, you won't believe what that is. That's Steph's phone to let us know that our pizza has arrived. It would have been a pizza episode, but it's not going to be a pizza episode because you guys need to go over and join as soon as I can find it.
Great. Thanks, Ron. Okay, bye. That was weird. My phone kind of sucks still.
There's the Reddit, so you guys can. Matt De La Garza, welcome. You guys can go check that out and go join in on their live stream. We're totally going to join in on their live stream, not as participants, but we're just going to watch it after this. Thank you again to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to everybody who came to Maker Faire. Special thanks go to Woot Patoot and to the girl who didn't spill her ice cream on my keyboard.
Clutch.
Thanks to everybody who bought stuff from us at Maker Faire. Thanks to everybody who came by and just got a button. Thank you so much to JB1830. I've said it multiple times, but we really could not have done it without him. Normiko, thank you.
Yeah, my wife was present at the show,
Yeah, she
even though she knows nothing about keyboards.
yeah, but she was still excellent and amazing. We genuinely couldn't have done it without you guys. You know that. You absolutely know that. Thank you to you guys for tuning in. Go check out the other stream. What else can we do? Maybe we should just go
Good
silent.
night and goodbye.
There's the pizza.
We're gonna go eat pizza now,
There's
guys.
pizza
Later.
just over there. See ya. Adios. Thanks, guys. As always, the chat will continue, but don't forget,
Buy keyboards at 1upkeyboards.com.
The chat continues. You guys go ahead and join that other stream. And we're signing off. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget whatever else you're supposed to do. Like, subscribe, check out the other channel, share. Oh, I don't know. Updates on the Reddit. And yeah, don't forget to check out 1upkeyboards.com. Thank you again, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.